tagging you in a post that they know you're going to share.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Tagging. So those of you who like to take credit for everything, but you learn from somebody who's popping, tag them, or, leave that take credit for or hold on to the information aside, because people's profiles. We were in LA this past couple of days. I'm losing track. Was it the weekend? It was the week.
It was Wednesday through Friday.
We were in LA, and there was a young lady with us who has recently launched her own fitness apparel brand. And we're literally just shooting content, not even, formally. We're just capturing content around us. And we all tagged her. She already had like 95,000 followers, right? Because she's stacked. She got body. She got like 95,000 followers. We're all posting content and we tag her. We can each look in our insights and analytics to see that her profile. Did you know you could do that now? You could see, like, if you tag somebody in your post on Instagram, if you swipe up on your analytics, it will show you how many times their profile was tapped from your page, from your stories. Yeah. So we each pulled up our analytics, and she had the most profile taps. And I just saw that she celebrated the day that we left LA. She went ahead and crossed over that 100,000 mark. Yeah. Wow. So
from some Instagram tags.
From being tagged by people who are lit. So that is a play. You're trying to grow your Instagram following, things like that. Don't tag me in your offer. I'm not sharing that. Like, you've done no business with me. I don't know who you are. Your random tag means nothing, honestly. But an experience that you've had, something that you've done with these people, tag them in the post and watch your Instagram followers grow.
Yeah, that's lit. Welcome to another edition of the Social Proof Podcast. We have really, really amazing conversations around entrepreneurship, and people, the podcast is growing like crazy because people are sharing these strategies, and I'm starting to see people doing the stuff that we talk about on the podcast.
For sure. I think we're at like over 900,000 views a month in a 30-day period of time. Give it up, studio audience. Okay, everybody has to clap a little louder today because there's really nobody in.
It's just us. So you guys really get to be a fly on the wall into some of the conversations that we have with some of our high-level entrepreneurs about how to really grow and scale. And we have a returning cousin. He's not a guest anymore.
He's a homie.
Yeah, he's a homie, man. We got Mr. Nehemiah Davis in the building.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What up? How y'all feeling?
I'm good, man. This is really refreshing having you on. So we decided we're gonna have Neo on once a month. Now he's a busy man. He travels a lot. Too. Yeah. Comment below if we should keep Neo on, man.
Yeah, y'all let him know. Let Donni and Chance know.
Yeah, man. So
these episodes been hot, though. I look at the views, bro. Look at the views on our last episode.
Yeah. But do you see the comments?
I didn't get to go look at all of them.
I actually look at the comments because it gives me an idea of what we should talk about next and what people want to see. And, if they're feeling it, first of all, they're super feeling it. Yep. We know Neo is the man. But even more than that, like, the actionable steps that we're giving, people are actually taking notes, repeating back to us. I am starting to see more and more now people say that they're watching the episodes like 2-3 times.
That's good.
For sure.
That's dope.
And listening. So the audio, so what people can see is YouTube and those numbers. But the audio, I believe a podcast listener, an audio listener, is worth like 4 or 5 times a view on YouTube. Because some people watch it or they just click it and it's just running and not listening. But if you have a podcast playing, you're listening to that joint. And it's not just, I'm watching for a little bit till somebody calls me on my phone.
That's a fact.
And then it stops. So that's what's so impressive. That's why people are like, y'all don't get the most YouTube views. But the guests say the reaction is like nothing they've seen.
That's good.
Because we have a tuned-in audience. It ain't fluff. We ain't talking about, there's a lot of people that get a lot of views on sex talk and
silly
clickbait,
and not silly stuff, but different stuff. Yeah.
Entertainment. For sure.
Yeah. So, but we're educated.
A podcast question.
Talk to me.
Probably not related to this, but I'm bringing back my podcast.
Yeah, hold on. Not that angle too often. That one right there. Oh, maybe not that angle too much. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I got
that was actually hey, listen, podcastersbootcamp.com. We're gonna teach you all that stuff. Okay, we be
We still figuring it
Oh
out.
yeah, we all figuring it out, man. But what you got?
So, I'm bringing my podcast back. I'm excited about it. Y'all may be producing it, possibly. We in works just talking.
We'd love to.
So I got a question. So, I got my old podcast, and I know you're telling me to just come back off of that new one, which is 99 episodes we already got. But I want a new look. I wanted to be fresh, like a brand new type of podcast. What I was thinking was, I've done all of these talks. I was about to just upload like 10, 15 speeches I had, and that's a drop on the old podcast. So I'm not letting that one go. Mm-hmm. So Accelerate the Great, they could go listen to that. And then all my new podcasts, like I interview Wallow, like I'll interview you, like I'll interview Donni, like all the Inky, ET, and that'll be my new one. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that? And my old one is just, if I open up my phone real quick, voice note podcast out and all my old speeches.
So your question is, should you start a whole new podcast channel?
That, but what about all my old content? I want to start putting it up on my old podcast now.
Yeah, just start putting it up. But don't say like new and old podcasts. You have one podcast channel that people have already downloaded. So if somebody subscribes to your podcast, it's still on their phone. They just don't listen to it because you don't upload nothing. But as soon as you drop something, it'll be a notification. Like, yo, Neil dropped this. It's almost like, let's say, for instance, you were going to go a different direction with, I'm not trying to do internet marketing. I'm going to start talking motivation. You wouldn't start a whole nother Instagram channel.
Right.
You would just put more stuff on top of the stuff you got already. And eventually people will get acclimated to that.
But my concern is that we say episode 101 and it's like...
Create segments or series. So like we have the Donni and David episodes that drop every single Thursday. David has the guests that drop every single Monday. Mm-hmm. And then he does and then we do like the Q&A. There's a version where there's just Q&A. He's been sitting down. I'm about to start doing them, but those drop every single Saturday. So you train kind of like a program for your channel. That's all one podcast, but it's it's maybe the Neo Live. So every single Tuesday they get a Neo Live. Every single Wednesday they get an interview.
But on iTunes, it's an order. It's not just say I want bangers at the Wallow, Inky, ET, and now I'm throwing the mix. Speech that Neo did a year ago. You get I want it to be like
you want it like that, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm
telling you, just put it.
Let me listen, Coach. I'm just trying.
Put it out.
It don't make sense in my mind mentally.
It won't. When you start telling somebody how they can make $1 million in a day, it doesn't make sense.
You're right.
It doesn't even seem realistic.
Right.
And after you tell them that, they go home and say, yo, dude talking about I can make $1 million in a day. Like, who does that? Then they go Google, how many people have making $1 million in a day? And there's nothing come up. And then it just doesn't even seem right. So the thing that you're telling somebody that you're coaching shouldn't make sense to them. Because if it did make sense to them, you wouldn't need to coach them. Because it already makes sense. They're doing it.
Okay.
And
so do I upload the new episode first that I did with Wallow, or do I upload some of my old stuff right now?
It doesn't matter. Because next 6 months from today, none of the decisions that you make right now is even going to matter. It's just going to be people watching the stuff that you deliver. You got to just get the ball rolling, man. And this is what I've understood. I think you all will agree that success is a game of momentum.
Yeah, I agree.
Just getting the momentum going.
It's my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who'd you learn that from? That bar exactly as you just said it.
I was just sitting there thinking, and I was realizing, it's just about momentum.
But think about this though, Donni. Well, let me. In this, I'm done with this after this.
The second part
that's
post.
what I was looking for. Who you got it from?
No, I didn't get it from anybody. I posted it.
You don't think like
I'm
that,
good
Shan.
at all right, you're a hater.
What were you saying, Neo?
No, this is my last thing. Is basically what you're saying though. But you're not going to go post a vlog on a day in your life on your YouTube because it don't match.
Why not?
You don't do that. You not consistent. Like you're not gonna go do I've been in 56 countries, but I'm not posting it on my YouTube because the YouTube coach is saying it need to be one niche. It need to be one or two things: podcasting, info. I shouldn't be showing lifestyle. You get? It's like it seems like it's lot.
It's all part of this. You built your Instagram, right? The same way.
Yeah, my Instagram got everything on it too.
Everything, and it's working,
and it's lit.
Yeah.
It converts.
All right.
You know what I
Thank y'all,
realized
Coach.
too? We want to do what's working for people, but the people that are doing what's working is something that wasn't working for anybody at one point.
Let me think about that. The people that are doing what's working is something that they're doing something that wasn't working for anybody.
So for instance, the way we structure our podcast and deliver it on the show, nobody's doing it. We're creating it and it works. And then as I teach it, it will be a way of how people do things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? Nobody was doing lifestyle marketing until somebody said, yo, I know what, I'm going to show my lifestyle. They didn't have a blueprint to follow. So I think here's what I'm leaning into, less of what's working, but how can I create a blueprint of things that will soon be followed by other people?
Got it.
So
Makes
basically
sense.
he's saying do what you want to do.
Right.
And make it right.
Right.
Yep.
Got it.
And make it work.
Got it, boss.
So
Absolutely.
I kind of want to talk today about, we have Black Friday coming up. We know that for many entrepreneurs, that can literally change your entire year, right? You can make a whole year's goal.
I've never made a lot of Black Friday money.
Me
I don't
either.
think I've ever been prepared.
I don't. So
Most people are never prepared.
I'm usually so focused on preparing my clients for Black Friday that I never have time to prepare for myself for Black Friday. So I do a couple bucks on Black Friday, but I have not had like your days.
Yeah.
So
What was your biggest Black Friday?
Can we pick your brain today?
Yeah, we could talk about Black. That's a good question. Probably over the weekend, maybe a few hundred.
300?
Maybe like 200,000. It was not like $1 million on Black Friday because you're selling like a small product. So it's not like you're not selling a high end. And one of the biggest mistakes I see that is made before I get into it is a lot of people want to be like, let me discount my coaching. Let me discount something that you got to fulfill with your time and that's the biggest. If you're listening to this episode, don't think right now that you're about to do 50% off. Like, think about the young lady who do sew-ins. It takes 2 hours to do it. I'm making that up. Just say the hair is, call it $100, and you normally charge $300. Now you want to say 50% off. It still costs you 2 hours to do it. The hair still costs $100, and now you're overworked.
What
now
about
you're overworked.
digital products though that don't cost you nothing to do?
That's the only thing you put on discount.
So here's the thing. The fact that you made a couple 100,000 tells me that you never really went hard on Black Friday. Because I know what happens when you go hard on something.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't go super hard. No, because what happens with a lot of people is they go hard, then they don't make sales for the next 60 days because they just discounted their whole inventory. All right, they can't even sell their people nothing else for the next 30 to 60 days because they went so hard on that. And most people don't go hard anyway because they don't have the components of going. Like you said, most people who doing Black Friday, they come up with it the day before Black Friday.
Yeah.
You can't get ads up and running. You can't get emails out. You can't get texts out.
Yeah.
Notoriously, Instagram and Facebook be going down during that time.
Yeah.
Emails aren't going out.
Everybody else has already outmarketed you.
Everybody already outmarketed you,
Yeah.
so you're done. So I got a solution for that for people in a second.
I want to hear it. So I have never run a discount for Black Friday.
Yeah.
But typically what I have done that's worked for me, I don't typically offer an ebook to my book, but on Black Friday, I'll offer the ebook.
Yeah.
And, it does a couple dollars.
It's crazy. You just said something though, because like I want people, you said when you go hard, like 200 grand, whatever, it's not a lot of money. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
No,
that's a lot of money for somebody.
Not based on your performance.
For somebody, yeah.
But I'm just saying, if y'all listen to this, if you go make 10,000 extra, you're doing amazing. So I don't want somebody to try to don't compare to that. That's a lot of money, bro.
Well,
$200,000.
It's relative. But I know, I know what you do. You know what I mean? In terms of marketing, launch, strategy. I know. So when he said a couple 100,000, I'm like, he don't really like anything.
Yeah. That ain't nothing. That's not a major part of his strategy.
Oh yeah,
no, stop that.
But that makes
sense.
That's
the vacation money for the following year.
That makes sense. Because I think sometimes you're trading it. You're trading chasing discounts for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And no lie, this is something that actually happened. Like the little vibe board thing I got, right? I have one in my house, 2. So I got 3 total. I bought one time, and then they sent a discount for 15% off.
Yep.
15% off of these boards is a lot
That's
of money.
a significant amount.
Yeah, they're like $3-4 grand.
Oh, for sure. But I see like they'll do like a July 4th, or they'll do a Black Friday, right? And I was gonna buy. I was trying to get a board for this studio, and I sent them an email like, "Yo, where's the discount code?" And it was like, "Yo, we don't have one right now." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna wait for it because it's coming." So
yeah,
I know it's coming.
That's tough though.
Too many discounts throughout the year
hurt you.
It hurts you.
Well, now I have a question about that, because there are brands who have mastered the use of leveraging discount codes to build a massive business. For example, Fashion Nova.
Facts.
Nobody shops
huge,
Fashion Nova at regular price.
Yeah.
Every 3 days a week, you're going to get a text message and an email saying that it's 30% off, 40% off, 70% off. And I actually I don't shop there too much anymore until recently, but I do buy my jeans there all the time faithfully. I
gotta check them out.
Yeah, their jeans fit, like especially like narrow bodies. You know what I mean?
Are those them?
These are Fashion Nova. They fit very well.
Fashion Nova, you owe a check too.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Y'all
getting some free promo right now.
Absolutely. But let me say this. As soon as I can remember, I'll tell you the name of my new jeans that I like. You just asked me about them in LA.
Did I?
Uh-huh. She was at God dog it. I know her name all the time. I feel so bad. I'll come back to it.
Milano?
Yeah, those are my new favorite jeans.
Lit.
Yes, yeah, I need Milano. Come on, drop more styles, because I have like 3 of every pair.
Yeah, we're supposed to have her in the studio. Come on, Kenny. Come on. Kenny's coming. Yo, actually, keep it on this angle and say hi to the people, Kenny. Kenny's pulling up. Kenny's here.
Right there.
All right, bro. That's enough. He was about to get comfortable.
He about to hold pose. Okay, so my thoughts on the discount. Now, what happens is Fashion Nova, when they send this way. When they send a discount code for 20%, I'm like, no, it ain't.
A little bit that way. In the middle, kind of.
With those cameras just not behind your head.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
So when they send that 20% off code, I'll check the email. No, it ain't ready yet. Then they'll send the 35% off code. And I'm like, I know that 70 is coming. Yeah. I will not shop at Fashion Nova without a minimum of a 50% off discount. But I know that the 70% is coming.
Right.
They are one of the hugest fashion brands in existence right now. They leverage the discount play. But I believe that out of the gate, that's their strategy. I believe that they're factoring their pricing in for the average customer like me, who only wants to shop the 70% off. So if you leverage and plan for and strategize the discount strategy the right way, you can actually build a pretty successsul business doing that.
But that has to be your strategy all throughout the year.
Oh,
I
think
a lot of people, they implement the strategy for Black Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was when I had a kiosk in a mall, there was a store that opened behind me, but then they closed and this other store came in. And everything, they had like the yellow, the little stems with the yellow, 70% off, 60% off. Everything had these percentages off. And when they opened and did it, I'm like, oh wow, they driving a lot of traffic in there. And the next week, they kept the discount. That's the whole month, the discount. The next month, discount. 3 years later,
discount.
They never changed all those discounts. That was their whole strategy. Like, maybe we mark it up and then discount it 70%. So when you walk in, you getting, oh, this is $2, $3, $4. Oh my gosh, I need it. And that's their play. And I asked the attendant, I said, yo, how much y'all making? And literally, it was like 3-4 times what we were making at our kiosk. But that has to be the whole strategy. All right, listen, every single week, every episode, you hear me talking about themorningmeetup.com. It's the community. Let me show you what's happening here. Every single morning, Monday through Friday, there's 400 plus people on a Zoom call, right? We're learning, we're talking, we're growing together, and this is you. There's all these people here. It's all these people in the morning meetup. Hundreds of people reading books, growing. We get together quarterly. It's amazing. And for some reason, you just keep looking at, just go to themorningmeetup.com and get in the circle. And then you'll be like way happier. Just themorningmeetup.com. Let's get back to the episode.
We need to create a group offer for Black Friday. What's up?
Yeah, let's all do it together as a unit.
It's so funny. We'll figure that out now.
What do you got?
See,
What are you about to say? Hold on.
Don't stop him.
All right. So, because he do this and then you'd be like, oh crap, I got to do it now. I literally go pre-BlackFridayDeal.com, right? Where I'm giving you pre-BlackFridayDeal.com.
Okay.
Where
Is it up right now?
Yeah, so by the time they look at it,
everybody grab their phone.
Listen, right. Listen. So by the time they look at it, it's up. But listen, what I'm essentially doing for people is here's the email copy you need. Here's the waitlist emails. Here is launch emails. Here's text sequence. Here's a ringless voicemail that you need to send.
Mm-hmm.
You send all of that. You start building your list now. You're going to make money. Then the other strategy, which I was talking about, here's how you really win. Here's how you really win on Black Friday. I tell people you should launch your early Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, November 1st, when nobody thinking about it, while everybody preparing, you already just launched. So you just did your first deal. You do it for a 2-day weekend or a 1-day short 30-minute to an hour sale. And I could discuss that strategy if you want. But essentially, you're going to go get all that early money now. You come back on Black Friday, you do it again. But now you already could refine things based on the success that you just had. So you launch, because Black Friday, come on, keep it real, the best marketer wins.
For sure.
You had no emails, you're not going to win. If you have no numbers, you're not going to win. Like your emails are getting back. Fashion Nova going to message you 10 times. They're going to send you 10 texts. You're not sending nobody one.
Yeah.
And you expecting to get sales?
Yeah.
So now we get you November 1st.
Yeah.
And then you come back and do it again on whenever Black Friday is. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I'm about to do like an October 15th.
Yeah.
I'm about to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, see?
What we doing
Tomorrow? But no, I might just bring y'all in on that. And it's pay what you want. They could pay whatever. I think that's worth like $2,500.
Okay,
they could pay what they want for it.
Slow down.
Wait. Pay what you want.
Pay what you want. So
Talk
that's my
it.
new strategy I'm working on.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, so the idea behind the pay what you want.
Y'all don't share any of this anywhere.
This really is some mastermind talk, y'all. Like, this is some. I just discussed this in my mastermind.
This is just for the Social Proof podcast listeners. This is not what you want to be sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, don't share this. If you looking at this, only you do this. Don't share it because this is going to make you a lot of money.
Okay, I'm with
So the pay what you want concept is essentially where we would have it fixed at a certain number. I'm going to do a video. It's going to be just like this. Okay. What's up, y'all? Listen to me. As you guys know, we help a whole lot of people make a lot of money online. And one of the biggest mistakes that most people have with making money online, you have no wait list set up. You know, every launch we do a specific formula we follow, and we have success in that. You have no wait list set up. You have no email sequence set up. You have no text message set up. You have none of this. So myself and my copywriters came together to write all of these things up for you, scripts. I'm doing all the video scripts. You know, I'll be like, yo, Shans, we about to promote this. I might say, use this script for my ad, right? I'm going to give you a script for your ad. I'm going to give you all of this. I would think somebody would pay me anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for that. I got to pay me and my team a lot of money to create this. Y'all could just pay me whatever you want for it. Be reasonable. Like, I would sell this for $5,000. Here's a link, pre-BlackFridayDeal.com. Pay whatever you want.
Above
is there a threshold?
No, so the threshold, you choose what the threshold is.
The customer does.
Yeah, no, you meaning
right.
Okay. The least I want, I'm making this
number
up. I'm making this up. And this ain't related to this, y'all, but I'm gonna say $100. So that means if they go try to put anything under 100, it don't accept it. But some people going to say, man, I don't give them 500. I'm gonna give them 200. I'm gonna give them 1,000. I'm gonna give them 2,000. So pay what you want.
What?
Versus I'm putting you through my whole funnel, which I normally do, where I might bring you in a low ticket for 47 or 100 and try to sell. No, I just want you to pay what you want.
Yeah.
Then I'm still gonna sell you something else on the thank you page.
Pay what you want.
Pay what you want. And that's not a strategy that you have to wait until Black Friday. So let's just get money today in this episode. Yeah. So we got the pay as you want strategy.
Pay what you want.
There's a lot of people who I think we've talked about like the challenge strategy. And,
I'm sorry, real quick. What is how do people set that up? The pay what you want.
So the pay what you want. So it's funny, the integrations are being set up now. So normally you would do this on like a Shopify. You don't need really a ClickFunnels. It's probably like a plugin that you could use. But if you go on Stripe, Google Stripe, pay what you want, you'll be able to pull up what the integration is. And what it is to set up on your site.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And then you embed the link. So we got pay as you want. That's one get money strategy.
Yep.
We can do this now. We can do this Black Friday.
Yep.
Another thing that I know all my clients, and we've all done them and are continuing to do them.
Y'all about to destroy pay what you want. It's over with now.
It's over.
Oh,
it's over.
First of all, you're about to see it.
It's
okay.
done.
I'm gonna mention your name one time.
Yeah,
and then after that, my clients are gonna think that I'm the genius. I'm just letting you know very clear.
Fine.
No, Neo always.
I did that with your 6-figure conversation.
But you always show love.
Yeah,
like you've taken my 6-figure conversation and ran with it, but you always show love. So I appreciate that.
Always says from Donni, y'all.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We need to put together
he already thinking.
100%.
I might just bring y'all in on this, but y'all gotta.
No, it's not a might.
Push this.
It's done.
Now.
We said it. It's on camera, real quick, you guys.
This guy, man.
So what were you about to say? Because I like when your legs start moving, your feet start shaking.
Because I'm thinking for, let's say for instance, there's like our podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every episode, like we put together like some sort of step-by-step, the entrepreneurs, something that's going to help people in a bunch of different areas, whether it's mindset, strategy, whatever. We shoot a little course or whatever.
Okay.
And because we have the platform, all the listeners get to go there and pay whatever they want. Every single episode will make money.
We're going to talk mindset. We're going to talk money strategy.
Yeah, we got to just jump in the studio and knock it out.
Is that like a Patreon?
Not Patreon, but I'm saying on the episode.
It could be. No.
Not even monthly, just
No.
whatever you want for this course.
So here's what I'm thinking, okay? Because continuity is where it's at. I am thinking we launch our initial, like your first time coming into the program is to pay as you want, above, say, $250. Pay what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Above $250. They pay what they want, they get whatever. But monthly, we are dropping something new. And if you want to continue to access that, then you go over to the rollover subscription.
I like it. Golly.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have to put? So we're going to put something in your...
We'll figure that out.
Thing?
We'll figure it out.
Neo, I don't like loose language.
No, because I know this guy. I gotta watch
him
because he will work in every deal I got, and when it's time for me to work in,
it's time for me to show up in the
deals.
deals.
I brought you in some deals, Neo.
Yes, you have, and you'll leave me out of some too. So I gotta.
Yo,
yeah.
I'm his sister. He done left me out of several things. So Chance, should we be talking about you?
Yeah, let's talk about me.
No, let's stay focused because I'm excited. My heart's racing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I feel good though. They're really going to go make some money.
100%.
I feel like every time we do an episode, and I know they make money off your stuff.
Period.
But I feel like this real game, this costs a lot of bread.
This costs a lot of bread. So we're going to put, I believe, dang, this episode got to drop this week. We're going to have something.
Can we have this up by?
We can have this up in 2 weeks. Can we? I mean, I'm with it. If y'all want to get together the next 2 days just to start it, I'm sure we all have something that we can do 30 minutes.
My only thing is we just got to push it. That's it.
Let's get it.
Bring y'all in. We got to, because I was going to push the crap out of this. So we got to push it.
We about to say pushed. Say it one more time.
Push.
Consider it pushed. All right. Okay. So we got the pay as you go. We're not going to go too much deeper into that. You guys got it. You take it. You run with it. Run with it right now. Mm-hmm. So now we're in the challenge webinar strategy. Okay. This is a good one that you guys can use over the holidays as well.
We're going to talk about the strategy. Are we releasing the strategy sauce for the challenge?
So here's the thing. Let me just be clear with you guys. Let me tell you why we give information so forthcomingly and we don't mind doing it, right? The reason is because I can give you, Neo and I and David can give you the 10 steps that we take to pull off challenges and webinars. The fact of the matter is 95% of the people who are watching this are going to take notes and then still have questions.
Oh, 100%.
There's only going to be like 1 to 3% of you who are going to take this information and you're going to run with it and you're going to nail it.
That's
and if you do, then just say that you learned it from the Social Proof podcast with David, Donni, and Neo, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's going to be the other 1 to 2% of you that are going to do nothing at all.
Only 1 to 2%? What percent did you start at? 100 or 10% did you just start
95% of them are
going
to take notes.
Okay.
And still need us. Still need to follow up with us. Still say, hey, I took the notes. I see the information. Can I talk to you? Can I pick your brain a little bit more? Now, of that percentage, though, there's still a breakdown.
Yeah.
Only a few of them are going to be willing to invest in the information because we give so much on the podcast that they still want it to be free. They want that DM game, right?
I've spent hundreds on a funnel just to see how the funnel operates.
First of all, that's a play.
That's a big play.
Buy people's programs
and record it.
Record it. Screen record all day.
All day.
Screen record all day.
Let me say this though.
I got so much of your stuff screen recorded, it ain't even funny. I can pull it up right now.
That's good. I want to say this too though. When you do this, y'all, I had this guy like, yo, check out my funnel. Checked it out. He had my testimonials in there. like if you're going to do this, at least be ethical. Like I want you all day. It's called Funnel Hacks, and I want you to go ahead and just model, get inspiration, funny. But don't steal nobody testimonials. Actually become good where you can get somebody some testimonials.
Yo, that is hilarious. Or you forget to change like the small print and it still says circle of CEOs or something at the bottom.
I said, bro, you this is my testimonial. Oh my God.
Yo, you know what's funny? This is completely offbeat and we're gonna switch paths, but there is a person, and I don't remember his name to say his name, but this guy has given a you changed my life testimonial to me, to Kenny, to you, to Marcus. And we've all posted this same guy saying, you are the reason that I did like a couple $1 million in my trucking business or something like that. Is
that the play?
It's the most hilarious. When I saw it at first, he first did it to Kenny. In terms
was it
of
authentic though?
It was authentic.
Because he might learn from.
But he's learning, he's going through every person's program, but his testimonial was so powerful that when he did it to Kenny, I was like, wow. And then I saw him do it. Yeah. And then I saw him do it to Marcus and I was like, wow. And then I saw you post it and I was like, wow. And then when it got to me, I'm like, kind of watered down now. Like, I want the whole credit.
Or I mean, people are getting clout from being people's students.
That's a fact. So let me tell you another strategy that I see people leveraging all the time. Tagging you in a post that they know you're going to share.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Tagging. So those of you who like to take credit for everything, but you learn from somebody who's popping, tag them or, leave that take credit for or hold on to the information aside because people's profiles. We were in LA this past couple of days. I'm losing track. Was it the weekend? It was the week.
It was Wednesday through Friday.
We were in LA and there was a young lady with us who has recently launched her own fitness apparel brand. And we're literally just shooting content, not even, formally, we're just capturing content around us. And we all tagged her. She already had like 95,000 followers, right? Because she's stacked. She got body. She got like 95,000 followers. We're all posting content and we tag her. We can each look in our insights and analytics to see that her profile. Did you know you could do that now? You can see like if you tag somebody in your post on Instagram, if you swipe up on your analytics, it will show you how many times their profile was tapped from your page, from your stories. Yeah. So we each pulled up our analytics and she had the most profile taps. And I just saw that she celebrated the day that we left LA. She went ahead and crossed over that 100,000 mark. Yeah. Wow. So
from some Instagram tags.
From being tagged by people who are lit. So that is a play. You're trying to grow your Instagram following, things like that. Don't tag me in your offer. I'm not sharing that. Like you've done no business with me. I don't know who you are. Your random tag means nothing, honestly. But an experience that you've had, something that you've done with these people, tag them in the post and watch your Instagram followers grow.
Yeah, that's lit. Yeah, so I want to get into the challenge strategy because you said it. And
you want to go that far, bro?
It might.
We have done this a number of times. We're just in the Get Money episode. If you guys are smart, you can go back through some episodes. Anytime you see Neo on and there's some other people, you see the challenge strategy.
So I see people do challenges
and fail miserably.
Yeah, because they're doing them as if there's not a really important strategy to it. Like some people are like, yo, I'm just going to do this fitness challenge. And I'm going to do a 15-day fitness challenge. And for the 15 days, they're doing fitness. And they have people follow them and do the stuff. And then it's over.
No money was made.
Well, yeah. The
Nothing
objective,
on the back end.
I'm telling y'all, and some of you guys need to do it, join a challenge, and then buy the thing at the end, because that's where the transformation is.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first questions you need to ask is, how did you get me here? How did you
Mhm.
get me into your mastermind?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody's gonna, the people that are doing the challenge aren't doing the challenge because they just want to teach something.
Some people are only.
Not the people who are doing it the right way.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Or looking for, it's a whole strategy. And I didn't understand it. I don't know anybody. I gotta give my brother Marvin some love too. But
Marvin, bad boy.
between Neo and Marvin,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously Myron, the challenge strategy, there's
Mhm.
so many things that go into it.
Mm-hmm.
And getting people a result, getting people engaged, getting people involved. You got to
Yeah.
like convince people that they need the information, right? So you got to like
Yeah.
draw people in so that they can get a result even against their will, because they wouldn't
And
normally.
that's a fact. And if you're thinking after this episode, let me do a challenge next week, you're already wrong.
Oh yeah.
That's a fact.
You're
Oh
already
my
wrong.
gosh, Donni. I see people do that.
You cannot pull a
Man.
challenge off in a week.
Mm.
I don't care who you are, how significant. You just can't do it.
Unless
Let's
you got a
talk
strong
about
team.
unless you have
And
a
I still
super
wouldn't
strong
recommend you
team.
doing it.
No, I wouldn't either. Not if you want to maximize it. I mean, could you
Yeah.
get a result? Sure, but if you want to maximize it,
Yeah.
So let's
and
talk about it. Let's get into it.
So let me first say this. Here's the first thing I want y'all to understand is, like you said, what is the objective?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because are you looking to sell a product at the end? Are you looking to just, like, you need to write down, what is my objective when I do this? Do you just want to become a better speaker? Like, I did a webinar every week straight for a year and a half. It helped me become a better speaker, learn marketing better, learn strategy.
Yeah.
But let me just break these numbers down for people to understand. The longer the challenge, the higher the offer should be, right? Immersion equals conversion. Like, the longer more time that they spend with you, the higher that they could spend. I have some people like, yo, I'm about to do a 5-day challenge. I'm like, how much is the offer you selling at the end? $1,000. Okay, you could do an hour webinar. It's not necessary for you to spend 5 days, 2 hours a day with building out a team to sell something for $1,000 at the end. If you sell something for $1,000, you don't need to do a webinar. You only need to do a masterclass. That's all you need to do. Now, if you want to do 3 days.
Wait. Let him finish the thought.
Yes,
3 days.
3 days is like 5,000 to 15,000, I think. Like, and you got to be good. Meaning you got to be able to, you got to know your stuff. You got to be able to communicate. You can't wing this. And then 5 days is that 15K to infinite, whatever you decide. Because again, Emersion is conversion. Like, the longer they spend with you, the more you want somebody to spend with you, the more time they should spend with you.
For sure.
I got it.
That was good.
I don't know if this is to what you're saying, but it's a question, and I like to hear your advice.
Okay.
Yep.
So one of my number one goals is growing the morning meetup. It's not a big investment, right? It's just $79 a month or $399 for the year. I'm thinking, based on the way a challenge works, is you have people in a Facebook group, right? And they get to listen in, VIP, they get to be on asking you questions. I wonder if I can do a 5-day challenge for the morning meetup, but it's really just adding a separate component of this Facebook group, and they get to tap into the morning call for 5 days, and it's no additional work. And maybe I'm selling the 5 days for $20 or something like that, and I can get 1,000 people in that joint, right? So they get to experience the morning meetup for 5 days, but it's not like I'm doing anything other than that. The only thing I'm selling them is the morning meetup, but I'm doing a morning meetup anyway. So for the people that are like maybe hesitant, I don't want to invest $79 or I don't know. But for that morning meetup, those 5 days, I'm actually teaching something that builds on each other. One, servicing the morning meetup community already, but also just putting people in that Facebook group.
Yeah, it'll be
What are your
good.
thoughts?
I think that would be good, but I would do like a 30-minute to 15-minute before, just with those in the community, give them some Q&A, some mindset stuff, and then jump into that hour lesson that you're going to have. Then give them like maybe 5 minutes once it's over, just to kind of, because that hour goal is, the hour is not structured for a challenge. That hour is really, essentially getting to be a fly on the wall. So I feel like they need to come in, see 15, 30 minutes with you, Q&A, almost like the VIP part.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you pay $20, you said, that's the number you said, that just gets you to 5 days. I mean, that just gets you the morning meetup for the week.
Mhm.
If you do the, making this up, $97, it's the VIP option where you get 30 minutes before the session starts.
But the only thing is we have something 30 minutes before we do like the book
Your
club.
book club, yeah.
From 7:45 to about 8:15.
There's just this 1 week that you still could do that, but that 30 minutes is only for those people who are that 1,000 people who coming in. They won't get the book club.
Or what
Or
if I
30
just
minutes
do
after.
maybe
Or 30 minutes after.
Or what if I just do an extra day like Sunday? Sunday causes them to pull the trigger to join for Monday.
Yeah, I
What do
mean,
you think?
I think that'll be fine.
So the only thing I'm doing differently is I'm going live in that Facebook group every morning because we're going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
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 I like that.
I like it. And I like the extra time factor because otherwise it's no different than a free trial.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But it's not a free trial because they got to pay still.
But it's still
just
the same.
it's comparable to a discounted trial.
Yeah.
In a free trial,
Yeah.
they also not showing up all 5 days. The challenge mentality mean, you got to really show up and carve this time out. So all of them people
We have
joining,
an objective.
they're going to be there and they going, like your free trials, they're not tapping in every day. I believe the morning meetup is nothing like it. Like everybody and their mama should be in the morning meetup.
Yeah.
It's so cheap. But you got to get them to be able to. It's like you could be in my mastermind, but if you're not, like someone asked me, I'm in Russell Brunson's mastermind. They're like, how was it? I didn't do anything. So I can't really give you a huge, and I renewed. But I personally didn't do anything. That ain't their fault.
Yeah.
So it's like the morning meetup lit, but if you don't attend it, you ain't getting nothing out of it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Listen, if I was going to teach you how to make $1 million, would you give me 10,000? Like if I had a course teach you how to make $1 million a year positive, you're going to make $1 million. Would you give me 10,000? Of course you would. It's no brainer, right? So in a calendar year, we make 7 figures with the podcast. But there's 21 things that I extracted from that you're going to need to launch a podcast. But I only got time to give you 3 right now. One is you need a distribution platform. The distribution platform is what you upload your podcast to. That platform sends it to Spotify, Apple, Google Play, so that your supporters can actually listen to your podcast. You're also going to need a microphone. You need a really good microphone so it's crispy audio. And 3, you need an income strategy. This is not necessarily a hobby, unless you're going to make it a hobby. But I can teach you how I made the 7 figures with these 21 things. Now, the good news is you don't have to give me 10,000. My ebook is only $37, okay? So listen, go to podcastebook.com and get the 21 things that you need. And I can explain it in detail, all the things that you need, okay? Podcastebook.com. Let's get to the episode.
That's a fact.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a
got
little
a question,
selfish
too.
of me, y'all. But,
you got 100, 200 case studies from people in morning meetup?
100, 200 case studies?
Like just testimonials.
Oh, I haven't gathered them, but for sure.
You need to do that, bro. You need to this week go get 100, 200. They need to just go in the Google file.
Mhm.
Everybody needs a testimonial. Overwhelming social proof.
Mhm.
Videos, screenshots of the Facebook group. Because I don't even know on the landing page, you should just have 100+ testimonials. Once all the copies done, 100 of these. Not income claimy type ones, but just ones that really show people transformation. And
Done.
yeah.
Okay.
On it.
So we understand how long the challenge should be based on the value of, or the price of what you're selling.
If price is important. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what's the next play or strategy to consider?
The next strategy is to consider a date. Like you said it earlier, which is critical. People come up with, I'm about to launch a challenge in a week.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got no emails written. You don't got no wait. I feel like everybody want to be Beyonce. That everybody believe they got the Beyonce effect, which means you could just drop an album while you sleep and wake up with 1 million sold.
Right.
I mean, I don't got that. I don't know if y'all, I know I don't got that sauce.
We don't have it.
So I feel like you need to spend, and this is everybody. Like, I feel like a lot of people aren't getting the success that they want because it's not marinating enough. So that's why we recommend, and this is with our team, right? When me and Shan's doing, it's like, we need at least 30 days pre.
Period.
That gives us time to get everything written up. We run a 2-week wait list. Times has changed. So we run a 2 to 3 weeks of just selling tickets. So we almost 5 weeks in just a promotional phase.
Mm-hmm.
We doing YouTube lives. We doing podcast live. We got a whole lot of things that we do in there. Everybody don't got to go as as extreme that we do, but we need 5 weeks just on promo.
Right.
But
you go as extreme as you want your results to be.
Exactly. Because your success is, honestly, the success of that challenge is lying on day one of the people who get in the challenge for us. I mean, we want to start day one with 100 to 500 to 1,000 people who registered, because that's a good indication of the impact that you're going to make, but also the money that you should make.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get hundreds of people in day one, because normally your first day you get the most sales, and then it just slows down for the most part. That's why we do the wait list. And our biggest thing that I do, I launch it at a certain time, 8 or 9 p.m. at night. We incentivize the first person to buy and they can use the same strategy for Black Friday. Incentivize your first purchaser to buy at a certain time and give them something for buying. So now so for example, we do a platinum option now. $500 is some extra stuff we get. But the first person that buy platinum, you get $500 cash, and you get 2-3 other things. Everybody who buy in the first hour, guess what? You're entered to win a cruise for you and somebody else. Cruise cost us $1,000. It was $1,200 to send 2 people on a cruise. But only person who would qualify for the cruise is somebody who get the highest ticket. Right. So in our hour, you're fighting to be number one. And then in an hour, you're also, you like, man, I can win a cruise. You need to incentivize people to purchase. So I think if you add those 2 things with a webinar, a challenge, your Black Friday deal, you can get a whole lot of people in there. But again, that is premised on how many people on the wait list.
Right.
People not texting your people, warming them up. They're not emailing your people to warm you up. And one thing that we do now is whenever we're launching something, this works great, is we do a webinar. So just say we launch at 9 or 8 p.m. every time we do something. Just say 9 o'clock. Or are we doing a free workshop at 8 p.m.? So from 8 o'clock to 8:50 p.m., we doing a series of Q&A, motivation, a little bit about what you're going to learn. Last 10 minutes, all we're doing is talking about the challenge, why you need to be first, or Black Friday, why you need to be first to buy this thing, right? And guess what happens now? They all are ready. You got hundreds or thousands of people in this workshop. Who want to be first, y'all?
Yeah.
Drop, I'm ready. If I'm ready. We about to drop the link. Y'all ready? I want to know who's going to be first. Who going to win this cruise? Who going to get this $500 cash?
Yeah.
Now you got hundreds of people fighting to be first. And now everybody want to be first. So just say if you got 1,000 people in there, you got 300 people going, let me go be first.
And this is super powerful to do with your wait list. The people who are on your wait list, you can take them to an offline Zoom or something like that, workshop. But for those of you who don't have a huge wait list, this is also a strategy that you can do right on your Instagram, your YouTube Live, 8, 9 o'clock, whatever notes, that sweet soft time is for you, doing the same thing, leveraging the same exact way, for sure.
I am taking notes right now because there's so many things that are popping up in my head that I don't want to forget. And this is literally the answer to growing my community. And I know you guys are talking about the challenge right now.
But this
is what I want everybody to like really think. And I was telling the kids this too, that when someone's talking, it's not always about what they said, but it's what you got from the thing that they said. Like, you know how like someone's talking and then your mind starts to wander. My mind does it all the time. It starts to drift into my own particular situation.
Yeah.
And it might be one thing that he said that sparked another thought that's going to apply to something that I'm doing. And I can't lose this thought right now.
Okay. And
I know that, let's say, for instance, if I'm teaching a lesson, like right now, the morning meetup is not necessarily the 5 days where it's going to like teach, result from the things from the 5 days. But I'm thinking once a month, I'm going to run a challenge option where we do the Facebook group and we're going to grow it that way. It might be $20 or whatever for this lesson. It's not hard to sell this result for $20, especially for a challenge. I feel like we in some, what was it, American Gangster? Like everybody challenges is 200. My joint's about to be $20. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's a different thing because I have a different objective. But if I can get 1,000 people to join the challenge front end for $20, that's 20,000 on the front end. I get, I don't know, 40%. That's 400 people joining the morning meetup, in addition to all that we're doing already every single month.
It's an infinite return.
Infinite return.
So actually more powerful than the other stuff.
Yo, this that episode.
Hey, I really want y'all to know though, like this game that this is some, and it's sad to me that you said it, Donni. Most people listening to this information is not going to do anything with it. They're not going to do anything. Because it ain't cost you. Yo, I just renewed my mastermind with Russell Brunson. I took their next level, 150 grand that I sent to them. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling y'all, I spend this type of money for this information that they share. Yeah. And they're not necessarily sharing what we're talking about. But a lot of you not going to do it because y'all tuning into this podcast for free. And a lot of us taking it for granted. So all I'm doing, I'm asking you, please, from the bottom of my heart, please go work one of these plays from the testimonial play. If you're looking at this, go get 10, 20 testimonials. Somebody haven't worked with you simply because they haven't seen a success story yet. Mm-hmm. Go collect some.
Yeah, talk to me about the psychology behind it, the process of getting someone to buy something that they need, but you still have to, like, somebody said something to me. It was like, they don't like the funnels and all that kind of stuff because it's a psychology to get people to buy. But it's all like,
it's always a psychology.
All of it. Like Jordan could produce 1,000, 2,000, 100,000 of the shoes, but they don't, because I think they're playing into the psychology of, yo, we need the lines. We need people waiting. There has to be some sort of scarcity, right? I think Rolex got enough money, bro, to
they do
make watches available. When you go into a store, you go buy it.
Right.
They got enough money. It's not like a shortage of workers, a shortage of material. They can do it, but they don't, because I believe there's a psychology behind it. So I want to get your perspective, because you are really, really good at this in getting people excited when they otherwise wouldn't be. So I just want to hear your perspective on the psychology of marketing.
I think that's a good question. So I really think you essentially got to have them empowered to buy. Almost feel like they're not buying. Like I'm trying to figure out the proper way to word this, but essentially I just need to get you in the environment, and then you're going to realize, yo, I need to stay in this environment. But sometimes we never get in the environment because you just don't know. So it's kind of like when you come into our room, if you come in this room, you're going to leave motivated and you're going to want to do something better with yourself. I guess the psychology piece is just getting you in this room and of course, pre-frames and certain things that.
Give me this. What is the reason you do a wait list before you sell the tickets?
Oh, yeah. So one of the reasons why, because one, I want to gauge how many people are actually interested. And also with the wait list, I'm getting their name, their number, and their email, and I'm sending them emails about what's about to happen. I'm sending them text messages about what happened. I'm creating a sense of anticipation where I need to be a part of this, versus everybody don't do this. And they're like, they wonder, yo, why aren't I getting sales? Because you didn't even build no sort of anticipation. You don't got Jordan. You're not people waiting in line. Black Friday, people who going to buy TVs, they already know what TV they going to get. They already excited about it because it's only one time a year. And that's the other thing. People got to start weaving in scarcity. And that's what the wait list also allows you to do, weave in scarcity and urgency, because I'm letting you know, I may only want to work with a certain amount of people. Only a certain amount of people going to get on this list. So now in your mind, I want to be one, like Donni said, fear of missing out. People hate not being involved in something. Yeah. And the other key, which is critical, is inclusion. How do you start? And how do you highlight? People want to be recognized. So when I was at ClickFunnels, I went down there and on the floor, they had like everybody who made $1 million on their funnel, everybody made $10 million, everybody made 12. And everybody and their mama is posting that picture and that video if they made it, even if they didn't, because they want to be involved. Like that involved piece, like when we had our mastermind in Mexico, I had everybody faces on all the banners. Mm-hmm. Everybody posted the picture and video. Everybody posted the picture of it. Why? People want to be involved. So when you had the wait list, when you're allowing people to be a part of something. And let me give you another gem while I'm on this, because this is another thing that can help people increase their money. Everybody who buys from you, you should create a free Facebook group just for all your buyers. Keep all your buyers somewhere. Because a lot of times you're selling to them and you never talk to them ever again. This now gives you the opportunity. This is our secret buyers club, right? Where I get to drop things to you.
Secret buyers club.
Yeah, you could
wait.
just say that.
Just write that one.
There's a lot of sauce in this episode. I
Secret.
just think about
Golly.
I mean,
Yes.
I mean, because Neo, here's the thing. You coming back next month. We
Yeah, I
got
know.
you know,
Yeah,
what's the time stay?
Yeah,
Okay. I want to make
My
sure,
bad.
like,
I'm sorry.
at this point, y'all are good, right?
Yeah,
But
they definitely
the
good.
secret buyers club.
Think about this so every time somebody buy, right now, think about it. How many people bought stuff from us, right? And you haven't talked back to them. You don't know what they up. You have no clue what's going on. So Jillian, she in my mastermind, right? So I said, yo, you sell thousands of hair products. When the last time you communicated with them? Other than when you send an email. Everybody who buy now, they get included into this free Facebook group that you have one VA manage. And in this group, you give out tips. You give out strategies. This also group is a place where they all upload all their testimonials at. So tell me about your journey. So during this year, they put in their hair care journey, they comparing it, the before and afters. Tell me in this group, you could tell me how you feel about the morning meetup, not like where you was at when you joined the morning meetup and where you was at a year from. So now this group is filled with your testimonials. It's a buyer's group. And now they feel excited because y'all get a deal before anybody else get a deal.
Yeah.
She went and made $6,000 off of 100 people. I just told her the strategy, $6,000 because she dropped it to them. I'm giving y'all stuff that no one else gets. Similar to how you do your Patreon. Like if you opt into this, you're going to see behind the scenes that I'm not putting on YouTube or iTunes. Yeah. So I think everybody should create a way where because marketing is becoming more expensive.
For sure. And you want to get as much organic money as possible.
Yeah, and you want your customer to be a repeat customer. It costs more.
Customer.
We're obsessing in my mastermind now on how to make someone stay.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to acquire a new customer than
Plug
to keep
that.
one.
I'm gonna write that down because that's what we're talking about next. How to make them stay. That's not today. Not today.
Yeah,
our next episode. How to make them stay.
Yeah, lifetime. Man.
Yo, one thing I learned too. You taught me this. I think when I was doing the challenge, I taught for 5 days.
Yep.
Like, I mean,
super taught.
This on that, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I'm teaching what to do. And I think I was having a conversation with Neo. He was like, yo, you taught him too much. And from what I'm thinking is, I'm like, dang, Neo, well, I'm trying to give him the game. And he was like, not that I don't want you to give them the game, but if you don't pre-frame their mindset, they won't be able to hold on to it. So every day can't just be teaching. You have to one of those days has to be preparing their mindset to receive and to understand. Because if not, they're going to drop the ball. So I want to get your thought on that, because that's where I'm going with the question in terms of there's a real psychology behind this, and I'm learning it obviously through this process. But talk to me about that pre-frame.
Yeah, so I think it's a couple things that are critical that I learned.
First off, all of our friends, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're gonna be
Everybody's doing challenges. I'm sorry. But I have an obligation to our audience.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you crazy, man. I didn't know what he got me into right now. They going,
Hey, man, I have a responsibility, man. So, okay, this last thing.
I just thought about that. He crazy.
But this is helping them. So,
Neo, you're about to be in the group chat.
But some people, they feel like they skip over, yo, just teach me. And you don't need to be taught anything else.
No, you're right. I mean, you need to actually, what I focus on really in my challenges and with everybody, focus on having them actually do something. Because they've been taught. We've been taught our entire lives, but the problem is we've been taught the wrong things. So throughout my times is I'm trying to encourage you to take action. So every day you got homework.
Yeah.
It's not that. Here's the thing. At the beginning, I'm going to mention my mastermind. You're probably, so it's not like we're not tricking you into buying anything. Like I'm letting you know that there will be an opportunity for you to get included in my mastermind if you're serious. But no matter what, you're going to leave here with the strategies that you need to really take action. So my purpose is, it may be different I want you to do more than 5 days with me than you've done in the last year working on your business. So from creating your digital product, to doing affirmations, to watching motivation, to affirming certain things, to watching certain like I just got you doing so much. And when that's coming to an end, you don't want it to end.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why people may join what you got going on, is because you want to give them a precursor of, imagine your year, imagine all what you got done in 5 days. What will you get done over the next year with me?
Yeah.
Second thing is that it takes it back to doing. You want them, sometimes you just teaching them all of this stuff and they're already not an executor. I'm training you to become an executor in my challenge. I'm training you to do something, because I could give you, people listen to every podcast y'all have.
It's good, ain't it?
Nah, for real. They've listened to every podcast you have and haven't did nothing with it. You know what Marcus Roger say? He says, don't become addicted to education and allergic to execution.
You better. Marcus, shout out to Marcus
shout out to
Roger.
Marcus. That boy, one of the most brilliant speakers in the world.
100%.
He's dope.
So I say all that to say, I am, with everybody, my team, I'm getting you in a execute. Like I text Drew, as soon as I get off of here, have pictures ready to go up.
Yeah.
I need everybody around me in execution. Ain't no idle time. Like, you need to be moving.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing that I'm trying to put when I'm doing any training, moving, saying certain things, taking certain actions, because when it's time to take action on certain things, you're going to do it, because that's how we started it off as. You need to be an action taker. Everybody who's successful, all y'all in this room, y'all successful because of action. It's not just information.
That's a fact.
Information is important, but you said earlier, you just told me when I talk about my podcast, yo, bro, momentum and action. You be in your own head. Like my podcast didn't come back out. Been a year and some change, because I want the thing to be perfect.
Yeah.
And that's how most people are.
Yep.
So,
oh my gosh.
And that's huge. And that's important for people to really grasp that are watching this, because like you said, we're here in this room because we take action. But because I know everybody in this room on a personal level, I know that we also take too long to execute. Most of the time.
Wow.
Most of the time we spend our time in thought mode, in conceptualization mode, and trying to make something perfect, and second guessing ourselves and going back and forth on what the idea is. And we too, like, imagine how much further along we can be. You can be, whoever can be, if you just act on it now. And the beauty about what we do is, guys, like, we're building our thing for ourselves. Like, every single thing that we do is testing. Everything is, every single challenge, every single launch is testing. If it doesn't work, who cares?
Exactly.
Learn what didn't work about it and just immediately put it on the calendar again, do it again. And if it does work, fantastic. Take the notes from that. What parts of it did you execute very well and that turned out very well, and keep repeating that over and over and over again. We say it all the time. We got to execute at a faster level. Like, we come up with the most genius ideas.
Yep.
This pay what you want thing, like we're talking about it today. All of the ideas that we've talked about, like we talk about it. We've had one thing out of all of our ideas that are in addition to what we do this year that we talked about and we executed right away.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That one. And we've had meeting after meeting, idea after idea. So this, like, I'm on y'all's butts because we're executing, like, right away. Like, Monday morning, what can my team help do? What can we start? Yeah.
Let me say this too. I think that ain't what you're also saying is, I think you need an integrator.
Yeah, for sure.
The issue is sometimes we be the integrators too. It's like, so you need to be able to say it to somebody and they just go, I got what you want, Neo. I got it. Everybody got to find, if you could find that right integrator.
Hey, how you find one of them though?
Man, listen.
Trial and error. A little bit of equity sometimes.
Yeah.
Just
higher salaries.
Like this, that's a $250,000 a year type of role.
Calm
like,
down, Neo, because we got people watching this.
Okay.
Just
my fault.
chill out.
All right, that's a
Chill on that,
Neo. Chill.
100K a year plus types solid. But the cool thing about the integrator is they make their money up from doing, because just say y'all had, I know he always got an idea.
Yeah.
You said one of them was done.
Yeah.
Y'all had 20 of them.
Oh, we've had.
What if the integrator already knocked down 10 of them?
So you know what I'm doing? You know what's happening next week?
What's that?
I have been saying, David, the only thing that's holding us back is that we are both CEOs. We're both visionaries. I'm a visionary and an integrator, but I don't have the capacity to necessarily integrate in the David and Donni group. I have been saying for 2 months now, I'm going to just hire somebody to be that person. It's happening next week.
It's happening. Y'all
It's
hear
happening
that?
next week.
It's happening.
The interview process is happening next week,
Okay.
but I already have somebody in mind.
Yeah, because we got a company, bro, and they got money.
We got
like,
bread.
Yeah, it's 6 figures in the account. It just sits there.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I mean? Like we do stuff together, and the money comes in, and we just like obviously we working on like some, some investment stuff. But Donni had the idea. She was like, "Yo, let's hire somebody to run this company."
Yeah,
that's it right there.
I'm about to do it, and the person who I'm going to put in place for it, I feel away because I really wanted her to run my company. Like I've just been waiting for the right time. Oh, for sure. I just haven't. I didn't want her to. Huh?
Do I know them?
No.
Integrators, hit us up.
Yeah, I didn't want to. She's going to be my integrator in training. I didn't want to share her with the David and Donni group. I wanted her to be all in on my group. And I'm gonna still figure that out. It's temporary, but we're gonna put it in place.
Can we define an integrator? Because I have the book Traction, but I haven't read it. But can we define what an integrator is?
The integrator would have read the book.
Wow.
Integrator would have read the book.
I can't give you the go down. I can't get a perfect definition.
Sure.
I just know it's a doer that take your ideas and go put them into action and talk to all the people who need to make it work.
Yeah. So even if we want to get a little bit more specific, when you are, so in your company, there's always going to be 2 roles, 2 very important roles. One is your CEO, and then the other is your COO. Most times you are one or the other, right? Most times you're one or the other. There are very, very, very few people who can be both. Your CEO typically, or your founder, because you can later go on as your company grows. We're just talking about like right now for most of us, right? The CEO founder is typically the person who has the vision. They can tell you the direction. They can tell you where we're going in 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, 30 years, right? And all they want to do is operate in their genius. They want to create. They want to develop. They want to say, hey, I've got an idea for a course, but then pass it off to the COO or the integrator, which is your chief operations officer. They're the person who handles the operations. So I see you, CEO. I hear your idea. The integrator can already think through the what ifs, the how to's, the to-dos, and they assign those things. So your integrator is going to be the person that you work with typically as a CEO founder most closely, because they are going to be the person that can say, okay, in order to pull that challenge off, we need the marketing team, we need the sales team, we need the copy team, and they are going to they're going to get with the marketing manager if you have these positions in place. They're going to get with your marketing manager. They're going to get with your sales team manager. They're going to get with your email team manager, however you have it figured out. And they're going to say, hey, this is what David needs. David needs copy for this. We're going to market this. We're going to market this. Your integrator is also the liaison. They're that buffer between the rest of the team and you. So any questions about a project, any of the details and all that, they've figured that out. They've masterminded that idea, and then they've delegated to the people who are assisting them. If those people who are assisting them need any type of clarity and feedback, they come to the integrator, not to the CEO founder, right? So that you stay free to just live and relish in your gift, and you're constantly creating new ideas. That's all you should be doing as in a personal brand situation where you're a CEO. Now, other kind of companies work a little differently. Sometimes your CEO is hired help who's meant to do something different, but we're talking about us as personal brands in this space where we're CEOs, founders, and you just want to be free to act in your gift. You want to move around, Neo. You're out as a CEO, David. Neo, we're out creating new relationships. We're shaking the hands and blah, blah, blah. But your integrator knows how to follow up on that handshake deal. Your integrator will be watching this episode and saying, hey, David, Donni, I saw that you guys said that you're about to create a group thing with Neo. I've already kind of strategized this. Let's put the team in place. Here's when we're doing the first call. Check everybody's schedule.
I love it. You know what's really cool? I have an integrator now. I got an integrator now.
That's good.
Yep.
How's it coming? Good?
It's really, really good.
You grown, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Everything.
Yeah,
you're doing a phenomenal job, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's not easy. We got it. You know, there's so
what you build
ain't
gonna be a $1 billion enterprise.
Yeah,
100%.
Billions.
You know, the other thing that holds us back, and we've kind of completely shifted gears, but I think we gave all the challenge play.
Oh, for sure.
We're gonna this is what you need right now. Was there anything else you wanted to give on
that was saucy. I mean, I feel like that'll give you. It gets more tactical. It's very a lot more, but I mean, that will at least give you, when do you set a date? We know at least 30 to 40 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do we price it? We know if you need to do a 1, 3, or a 5.
How long it should be.
Right. And then we talked about we talked about some things they should do during the time.
Instead of me going on that tangent, one thing that I do want to talk about is how to name your challenge. I think that's huge.
Yeah, that's important.
Naming your challenge. And I can go to the one-liner, but I like how you set it up. So basically, you guys, when you're naming your challenge, we're coming up with these cute names, Beauty and Babes. That's not giving anybody any indication as to what the challenge is about and how it's going to help.
Yeah.
Your challenge should be your challenge name should specifically include the result that people are going to get or can expect to get from you. How to get blah, blah, blah. How to do blah, blah, blah. Build your podcast, launch your coaching business. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, you just said it. Like, me and Shans had one and we were struggling with one. I'm like, we're not using that name. Like it needs to be the result.
It was really good.
It needs to be the results of what you want. Like, mine is Digital Product Challenge, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of that, the idea is that by the end of what they're doing, they should be able to get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Digital Product Challenge, right? Yeah. So that by the end.
There's the property challenge.
Yeah. By the end, you're going to be able to get it. Now, Terica, we got the property challenge, but we didn't run it through this system because by the end, for the most part, you won't have a property.
Right.
It takes time.
Right.
So it's unique, but I like giving that person that tangible thing, like launch your coaching business. If they work with Donni for a week, your business will be launched within 5 days.
Yeah.
We're not going to say you're going to make 7 or 8 figures.
Right. That's what the mastermind is for.
So we giving you the get in the seat. Mm-hmm. At least get in the car, get there.
Right.
But we're going to take you all the way to the finish line.
Yep.
Exactly.
Launch your podcast.
So that's
challenge.
it. All these catchy, cool names, like, you guys, when you're launching, and this isn't even just for your challenge, it's for your books, it's for your courses, it's for all your programs. Just there's so many people right now in this space offering programs. The key is to get outside of trying to look so trendy and just be simple. Simplify it as much as possible. And allow people to see exactly what it is through the title of whatever you're naming your offer.
And it's simple. Because that take it back to Mark. You got them trying to figure beauty and brains. Do you do hair? Are you a brain surgeon?
Are we reading books? Are we cute girls reading books? Like, what exactly? You don't want people to have to guess what it is that your offer is about or what the result might be. Be as explicitly clear as possible.
Yes.
And you will make more money. Like, it might sound boring, but let me tell you something that's worse than your offer sounding boring. Your offer making no sales.
Yeah.
Right? Your offer making no sales is worse than your offer being boring. And nothing is worse than not having any money in the bank. Keep it. There's an acronym that I'm sure we've all heard, the KISS acronym. Keep it stupid simple, right? Mm-hmm. Like, meaning keep it simple.
K-I.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Mm-hmm. Simple. Keep it stupid, simple, or some people say keep it simple, stupid. And the meaning of that is keep it so simple that a stupid person can get it. No, I didn't. Did I give? I was doing that.
You know she wouldn't give you no darn finger.
I'm not giving you the finger on camera. Yeah, I'm not giving
you
the finger
on
camera.
She for sure did. My God.
No, I did not give you the finger.
Okay.
This was lit though, man.
You're doing it again. You're doing it again.
Oh crap.
I just did it just now, but I didn't do it before. I was being funny. But anyway, you guys, look, this episode was lit. And the thing about having you on, I love this particular segment. And we got to open it up. Like Neo kind of say, first of all, we talked about something. You said something earlier in the episode, and you said Neo was talking about the podcast and if I want to do my live releases and the day in the life of and my interviews. And he was saying, but the YouTuber said, do it this way. Yeah. And you said, basically, be a pioneer of something. Be the first. Nobody was doing the Social Proof podcast setup. First of all, nobody in our area, in our circle, was podcasting until the Social Proof podcast.
That's
if we just,
fact.
you know what I mean? You ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it.
He was podcasting early on.
Podcast wasn't lit, Neo. Nobody got lit podcasting.
It wasn't lit like, no.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Studio work.
But here's what's crazy, because I stopped too.
Let me finish.
Go for it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Because, they be eating him up in the comments and I don't want people to eat you up by cutting me off. So this is a very
Can I
important
explain
point.
something though?
No. David said, you be the first to do it and make it poppin'. So many people ask us, how do I get to do what Neo does on the Social Proof podcast? I have so many people that want to appear monthly just like
it's
you.
It's not happening, Captain.
Listen, Neo was the first to pioneer it, but I guarantee you somebody had that idea and said, I wish I could be so valuable that they would have me on as a regular guest, but they were scared to ask.
Wow.
They were scared to ask.
That's crazy.
Now they see you doing it. And I told David that we could open up one more spot.
I don't know.
I told David we could open up one more spot.
I don't know. Yo, it's one.
After Neo's is done.
It's a couple things. Like one.
I ain't done.
You ain't done?
No, I ain't done. This is definite. This
when you tired of
I'm gonna say this too. Let me just while this as you were saying all of that, I'm like, I think we need to have our own like podcast. Like it's almost like we got our own one. And I know this is the one thing, but we name it something else. Like that just I don't know how it worked, but that just another weekly show.
Listen, let me tell you what David and I are doing.
Network being built.
This is the network being built. We are, and David right now more than me, but I'm coming. He's excited. No, because we're taking over the content space. Like every time you open your phone app, open your YouTube, we're on your ass. Like period. We're on it. And I think that us having a segment with him would be awesome. David ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't feeling it yet, but it's okay.
No, not that I'm not feeling that. I'm just saying for somebody else, there's so many factors that have to be involved. One,
for somebody
you have to be amazing at what you do, and two, you got to have a relationship. Like this is relationship. I like Neo. Like Neo, that's my boy. Like, you got to find somebody like you have energy with.
Well, and that's what so let me tell you guys. For those of you who feel, because this is what David does, Neo. Now,
they got to apply too if they do.
Oh, they got to apply. But see, here's the thing. Neo has the relationship. We're in a group chat. We got our own little thing going on. But people who hit me up in my DMs, often, like, they be scared to hit me because I'm always the one that has to deliver the no. David tells everybody, oh, yeah, we can do it. Just hit Donni and work out the details. Right? You know that 99.9% of people are not going to qualify to show up the way Neo shows up on this.
Expose my move.
Yeah. So if you get that message from David, that means... I'm gonna just let Donni be the one because she has no problem saying no. Yeah,
man. The beauty of running something is you get to work with people that you like. You know what I mean?
Like, I love y'all. Like I genuinely love.
Like we're gonna go. We're hanging out after this, right?
We're hanging out, but I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you this, Neo, on camera, because the last time I saw you, I was like walking kind of bent over. I had just been in this chair, and remember I injured my back. And my back is hurting and I'm complaining. And Neo is like, yo, this is my second time seeing you and your back is hurting. Like, what you doing about it? And I'm like, resting. And he's like, no. We're going to take care of this right away. I'm sending you to my chiropractor. I'm paying for it. Like, it's done. You're going. I'm like, Neo, I'm scared. It's done. Yeah. I go home. I get home. We're in a Facebook group message with the chiropractor, his chiropractor. Me, you, and your wife. We're supposed to go the same day, but the scheduling didn't work out. So Neo hooks me up with his chiropractor, and I go to the chiropractor. He's super dope. I was so scared of that back cracking experience. Like he took his time and everything. I called Neo on FaceTime. I'm like, Neo, I'm in the office. I don't know if I'm gonna go through with the service, but I wanted you to know that I'm here, right? I cashed in on the opportunity that you set up. So Neo's like, oh, it'll be fine. You were on vacation and you answered the call. So I handled the experience and it ended up being fine. I called Neo and was like, yo, thank you so much. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. In fact, I feel better. He goes a step further and says, now you need a massage. Go here, here, and here. And I set that up.
Dang.
Yeah, around the corner.
Right around the corner. Like, you need this, but the follow-up that you gave to make sure I was healing and okay, like it means the world to me because people don't be checking for you like that. Yeah. People don't care. They just want you to pour out. They want you to deliver. They want you to be available in the capacity that they want you to be in. And I just thought that was huge. So I say that to say for people who, sometimes they could be like, Neo's so serious. He's so this, he's so business.
I'm definitely serious.
Neo is a friend.
Oh, 100%.
Neo is a really,
100%.
really good friend. And any resource, like we have a relationship, I can hit Neo for any resource. Neo, give me the play on where you get these sweatsuits.
and now with that play, I'm gonna say JL. JL be holding on tight to that.
Neo, give me where you get those sweatsuits from.
JL, you see that?
No,
right?
but if it's organically his resource, Neo is going to show love and he's gonna pay homage like all the time. I love it.
And shout out to Just Atlanta, y'all. You got to go there too one day.
Just Atlanta.
I've been trying to get him to get the every week I get IV therapy. Like I ain't doing nothing with no needles. It's over with.
Yeah,
but you at least go get the adjusted, man.
I would do that.
And I want to say, Donni, for me, I also. And he helped me with community. I'm working on becoming that better friend. So I appreciate you, but I want it, like, because somebody else on here, well, I don't got that relationship with him. Maybe.
Don't.
Yeah, so I'm working on being better if you're looking at this and you saying, well, I just got a lot going on.
Let me tell you something. Neo's follow-up sucks. Neo's time arrival sucks.
I was on time today.
Whatever, because I was late and you came after me. Okay,
I walked in the door first.
I cannot. But when you need Neo in the clutch, Neo comes through,
100%.
and people need to know that about you,
I
Neo. Give me
that.
your flowers
Thank
while
you.
you're
Thank you
here,
so much.
for sure.
Look, man, if y'all like this, please, just subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're listening to this, and so a friend shared it with you, hit the follow. If you share this with if all your friends, let's start normalizing sharing information.
That's a
If
fact.
you listen to this episode and you're like, yo, this is a bar, this was good, this changed my life, send it to your group chat. Yo, y'all need to check this out.
Mm-hmm.
And just start sharing the wealth of information.
Yeah.
We do this for free. The only thing we ask you guys to do is hit subscribe. The only thing we ask you to do is, if you're listening to it, take a screenshot, put it on Instagram, tag us, let us know. We want to repost it. So make sure y'all subscribe and you follow everybody here. All right.
I want to issue out a challenge real quick to the Social
Sure.
Proof subscribers and watchers and listeners. Right now, we're at 900,000 downloads a month on Social Proof Podcast. That's huge. That's huge.
Clap it up,
However, I want to see by the time Neo is back in our episode, which, will be 21 to 30 days from now, we need to be at easily over 1 million downloads a month. I think
That's
we
done.
can do it.
Oh,
I
it's
think
done.
it's done.
It's done.
It's
Kenny's
done.
got a van downtown. They know where to park, but
Because the van sits here. You need to just go leave it somewhere.
I'm supposed to. It needs to sit.
we use it though. Like,
you do use it. I didn't know you were using
stuff,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Back and forth. And,
Okay.
all
I
that
thought
stuff.
y'all just did it for marketing. So
We're gonna drive. I'm gonna drive the van a couple of days this week.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do it. That's what's up. In the streets.
I'm gonna drive the van a couple of days.
And I want to say this.
I definitely need to see a driver record though.
Yo,
What
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You wanted to say what?
No, I was just going to talk about, because a lot of people going to hit me up about just what we talked about. So we going to work on our deal. But outside of that, y'all, what I'm thinking outside of the box, like you said, a lot of people want to be a part of our mastermind. Like they're figuring out what are the steps to being a part of it. Shan's a part of everybody's a part of it. Darius, Daniels, Marcus, all. And we're helping so many people really get to the next level. But I'm like, yo, what can I come up with where you almost can preview it? So I'm having a preview dinner, 4 or 5 hour event. Come pull up. You're going to learn. I'm going to give you some game like I did on this podcast.
So I'm having a preview
You're going to eat
dinner.
You're going to have drinks. It's going to be experience. And this is only for the O's who want to make extra 50 to $250,000 in digital space. Meaning if you ain't in the digital space, I'm not going to help you grow your t-shirt brand. Like this is specifically on the digital. So preview dinner, just DM me Instagram preview dinner, right? It's 20 spots I'm opening up for this free. But again, this is here in Atlanta. Probably at a mansion. I can't say where we're going. It's going to be private. But they can pull up, preview dinner, experience it. And if you want to join our mastermind, that's the only way you could get in right now, or a referral. Or if you got to talk on the phone with our team. So
can we come?
I love that.
Yeah, of course. You're in the mastermind, of course.
I'm in the mastermind for sure.
And here's the other strategy. The only people that are coming
Mm-hmm.
are people in the, like you, how you invite 3 to 5 guests. And if they decide to join, you also benefit from it.
So let me tell you guys, I don't know about the strategy that Neo just talked about. I'm not doing a preview dinner, but what I am doing is a sneak peek dinner. I am going to do a sneak peek dinner. And what I'm going to do is invite that one thing. I'm going to invite some of my friends. I think you said, I'm going to invite some of my friends. And then my friends, Neil had said something about allowing them to invite 3 guests. I'm not doing anything like that. What I am going to do is allow my friends to invite 5 guests, right? I'm going to allow them to do 5 guests. And then I'm going to follow up with you guys as soon as Neil gives me the rest of the play. Because I'm going to do the rest of whatever he said, but just differently. And I'm going to run it.
That's dope. That's dope. Because what I got set up is a preview breakfast. I'm running this preview breakfast. And I mean, because I really want to service the community, I'm letting people bring 20 people.
Okay.
Each. So I got 20 spots. You can bring 20 people. Very intimate.
Very, very intimate. Very intimate.
We should run the morning
whatever
meetup
we're
live
going to do at this. We just gonna talk about it in the group chat.
Yes.
But it's gonna be so different from what Neo and Dave are offering. I just need a little bit more time to think through it on my own and put it together. You know
we run it all your plays. We run it all.
I'm just learning and I'm implementing it and putting them in motion, man.
Good, man. Let everybody know how they can find you, how they can connect with you, man.
Instagram, y'all, Neo DeViso. And I'm trying to buy my name. So if anybody could get my name on Instagram, Nehemiah, the guy just stopped responding to me for any Instagram wizards out here.
Wait a second. Neo, what is your last name?
Davis. But so Neo DeViso is my clothing line from when I was in college 15 years ago.
Dang.
I just want my name on Instagram to be Nehemiah.
Yeah,
I only want Nehemiah?
I had Neo, right? I bought Neo, and I'm giving y'all this. So I bought Neo off of somebody for $5K. I forgot to put 2 authentication on whatever. He snatched it back. Can you imagine just at Neo, the 3-letter? The shorter, the better. And I had at Neo, but y'all can follow me as of now on at Neo DeViso. Go to preblackfridaydeal.com. Go ahead and get tapped in with that. And if you're interested in being part of my mastermind, if you missed the preview dinner, if you're watching this later, just DM me the word mastermind and put Donni or Dave behind it so we know where you come from. Because he always say, you owe me money for this or that. But this is for those who really want to really run up that digital bag. And I'm just excited to be on this pod. And my podcast is coming back out. So make sure y'all tap in.
Yeah. This episode is also brought to you by Six Figure EDU. It is the best development community for coaches and consultants. So if you are someone and you want to one day be in a position like this where you can drop game, teach people how to do something significant and help others get transformations, you want to be in Six Figure EDU. That's the word 6, S-I-X, figureedu.com. And it's also brought to you by Post to Paid. So you might be that digital brand. You might already help people get a transformation, but you don't really know how to relay that message on your social media. I literally, to your phone, text you 3 text captions a day so that you are lit on your Instagram page, and your girl writes the best captions. Like I am the caption creator. You hear me? And you can do that by texting the words Post to Paid to 404-737-2767. And it's just $37 a month. Like that's $2.33 or something like that a month. Like,
wow. You said every day?
Every day, except for major holidays. Every day, three times a day.
And I want them to know how much a copywriter costs. I know you paying your copywriter on your team 6 figures. So to get it $37?
I am the copywriter on my team.
Oh, okay. So that's a 7-figure role.
That's a 7-figure role. I want people to know that because I actually wrote every single last caption.
Wow.
I wrote every single, I did an email this morning. Kenny's got a challenge coming up and he's like, yo, I need to send out another email. Before I started getting dressed for this, banged out an email. You saw me writing on the plane on the way to LA. You're like, you worked the whole time. I was writing the Post to Paid captions. I was writing some content emails for Kenny. I'm gifted in communication, but specifically in writing. Wow. That is like my passion. So I bang those emails out and nobody playing with my content, my copy rather.
Oh, we won't be able to hear you. You can't.
Oh, we can't hear you. So he was saying that he took those emails that I wrote and we multi-purposed them into text messages and Instagram posts. So. And that's the major thing that he did. He took that same, and this is a play. You guys are paying these copywriters. If you're paying copywriters or you're writing copy and you're like, how do I write all this copy? He took the email that I wrote. We shortened it into a text message. He's able to use it as an IG post. But most importantly, we turned it into a Facebook ad. That same copy, you just shorten and take out the parts that hit the most without the extra hellos and all that stuff. And you got now 5 or 6 different pieces of content that you can use right away. Anyway, post to pay, 404-737-2767. Get content captions and maybe even use some for your ads. I don't really care. It's for you.
Amazing. Listen, y'all. Send me a text, 404-737-4935. Look, we got the Podcasters Bootcamp coming up October 6th. It is going to be amazing. I'm teaching people how to grow their audience and make money specifically. This isn't what type of camera should I use? Like, you should have a camera, a microphone, all that. We're not getting into that the beginning stuff. Now, if you have a beginning podcast, that's amazing, right? But I don't want you, like, this is really focused on how do you grow an audience and how do you get paid specifically, okay? All the stuff on your angles and all that kind of stuff, you can find that on YouTube. But the strategy we've used to build a multi-million-dollar media company, I'm giving the sauce. And we got Mr. Sean Cannell coming, which I don't know anybody that knows any more about YouTube than him. And he's been in the YouTube game for 15 years. Sean Cannell's a monster. He wrote the book YouTube Secrets.
Yep.
Best-selling book, YouTube Secrets. So I booked him. I said, there's a component that I can't yet teach on. Podcasting, I got it. Strategy, I got it. Audience engagement, got it. Monetization, in all these other areas, got it, including YouTube. But he helped me grow my YouTube channel and monetize it. As soon as I left his event, literally grew by 50% using the stuff he taught. So podcastersbootcamp.com. It is a very intimate event. We'll probably have maybe 30 people, but we have a couple seats left, hopefully, by the time you see this. So if you go to podcastersbootcamp.com and it's up, then you can purchase your seat. It's October 6th in Atlanta in this studio. You'll be able to see it.
Let me say this too, Shans, with that. They need to, even if they can't come, send your team member to do it.
Easy.
If you got a team member, you may can't do it. You need to send somebody on your behalf, y'all. Podcasting is $1 billion industry, y'all. I heard somebody, Lewis Howes, I think you told somebody just got 150 or something for his podcast. He got a team doing that, y'all. Yeah. Bring your team.
Yep. But also he's been doing it
over 10 years, probably.
10 years. Yeah, he's been in the game over 10 years. I think since 2000.
He got about 1,000 episodes up.
Yeah, he got a bunch, bro. 500 million downloads.
Wow.
But he'd been doing it for a while. He had to figure the stuff out. So I think in anything, everything is designed to cut the time it takes to get a thing done. So there are people who have been in for a while, trying to figure it out. The cheat code is you find people who figured it out, find out what they did, and you'll be able to do it in half the time.
Or even faster.
Way faster.
Yeah.
So podcastersbootcamp.com. Man, this is awesome. Make sure you share this with a friend. Go get you some social proof. Go build something and then take it back to your community. We out.
Peace.